Okay, grade eights, time to take a look at tonight's flip video. It will be a little different because I'm going to ask you to do work that's slightly different. I'm asking you to actually put it into the Moodle tonight too. But not only that, the work that you're going to do is going to be a bit different too. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about. A lot of it will look very familiar because we talked about it earlier today. Tell you what, let's take a look at how it looks like on the Moodle here. All right, here we go. These, of course, are all the things that have gone up so far. No, the grade 8 math homework flip video was not there. There's a reason for it. We're making it now. Okay? All right, so if you click on your homework for tonight, here's what you're going to see. This should look very familiar. That brilliant thing I showed you to discuss the differences or how 3/4 times 2/3 looks wasn't all my idea, although I've seen it done before. So earlier today, when we took the piece of paper, we folded into thirds, and then we folded it again to show the quarters and then the multiplication. That's how we got to 1/2. If you remember that way, then you've sort of seen it together. The other way to do it is exactly how we did it on the board when we were talking about it. And of course, there was the idea that Kieran came up with, doing the cross things, like the 1 and the 1 and the 4 and the 2. So if you want to skip the idea of actually trying to come up with the lowest possible denominator, you could do it her way too. But either way, you would have come out to 1/2. The interesting one is the 2/5 of 5. Okay, and again, 2/5 of 5 means the same as 2/5 times 5. Okay, so the whole number 5 can be written as a fraction, and then you multiply it together. So 5 over 1, and then you take care of it that way. Now, there is a different way you can do it with the circles, and it sort of discusses it here. But either way, as long as you're able to, first of all, visualize in your head what you're actually doing, and then kind of work it the way through in the accepted convention, then you should be able to come up with an answer that is correct. All right? So the key ideas really are the idea that the word of in math, especially in this case, means multiplied by. And that when you multiply fractions, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators, and you'll come up with a number. This gives you an idea of what you're supposed to do. Now, in order to practice that, you have some work to do down here, okay? 1 through 11. Most of it is stuff that you'll be able to rip right through. If you get to something that you don't understand or you have trouble with, do your best, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. And remember, don't forget that when it's time to add your submission, click the Add Submission box. You'll have the word processor come up, and you can type it in there. If you need to make it bigger, pull it apart, and if you need to see full page, you can click that. But by doing that, you're going to take yourself completely away from the other work that you were working on, okay? And to go back, you need to click there. All right? So there you go. That's what your homework is tonight. Take a shot at it, see what you get out of it, and then we'll talk about it in more detail tomorrow. Good luck.